4 of 11 from 3 against the Spurs in San Antonio. He averages 20.5 points a game. The Nets shoot the 5th most threes in the league as DeRozan hits a 2 for San Antonio. Come off a win against the Utah Jazz, and for the second time this season had consecutive road wins. They're trying to get it for the 3rd time tonight after winning in Charlotte on Tuesday. Lyles misses the triple, the rebound to Allen. Comes away with a jumper, and 2 more subs coming in on the next whistle. Jumper won't go this time. The Spurs come right back on the attack with DeRozan. DeMar's jumper off the iron, and Harris.
This is the 3rd time they've tried to throw him that lob, and now they're finally successful. They're going to look for it a lot more, I promise you that.
He picked up his 4th point of the night. That foul was on Dinwiddie, his 1st. DeRozan attacks and beats a couple of Nets to it.
Yeah.
Taurean Prince out of Warren High School via Baylor. Prince averaging 12 points a game.
He was just patient that time. Kept his pivot foot, and the glass finally opened up for Prince.
And if you're taking that theory that the worst thing that can happen in the NBA is get a really big lead early, right. Okay,
we got it right.
The Spurs comeback can start now. The Spurs getting 0 offensive rebounds, in fact.
Yeah.
Brooklyn getting 3. DeRozan continues the cold shooting. The Spurs are 8 of 24. It's that kind of night so far for the Spurs. And the DeRozan shot earlier was a 2. Not that it mattered since it didn't go in. And now, no. Here is DeRozan. He picks up the foul.
Check the scout report.
Well, back in the days of jump ball after every basket. Lyles hits the 3. And it's Dr. J bobblehead night here, and we're told it's the first time he's been in the Barclays Center.
How about that?
Great way to honor him. Back in December when he hit for 41. Dinwiddie, 6th year in the league, originally drafted by Detroit, number 38. And it's another guy, when you do, great players can be found more than just in the lottery. DeRozan brings it up. Certainly the Spurs well recognize that with their drafting over the years.
You got several guys with their numbers that are hanging.
The window or the scoop.
Once you use a guy like Jared Allen or you use DeAndre Jordan as your screen setter, it's almost a free shot when you go in the basket. You know they're going to be there to clean up the mess.
Rudy for 2.
That's pretty.
He's been a train to go along with his dozen points. Dinwiddie the miss, the rebound, finally garnered by DeMar as we approach the minute mark. In the paint, and it finally falls. 2 minutes.
Yeah, how does that happen? Blocking a guy who's 6'11" with all that athleticism, he catches the ball on the way up.
Rudy on the drive, the floater for 2. The Spurs at least from 3. So
his jumper looks awfully good right now. It was a great setup from DeJounte on that 3-point ball. And he looked down, like you said, and he's dragging Jared Allen out. Even when you try to turn the volume up on the defensive end of the floor, they have 2 guys that can really get it going on you no matter what.
DeRozan, nice spin to get it to fall. Spurs cut it. It's now a 15-point margin. They were down 33 if you didn't come home to start to catch this. LeVert, a foul by DeRozan of Michigan, drafted by Indiana in 2016. He's increased his scoring every year, 8, then 12, 13, and now 17 a game. DeRozan fouled.
It must be a nice feeling.
Most you scored in a quarter, Sean?
That's a good question. I don't know.
DeRozan gets the bucket here.
The former 3-point champion.
Yeah. Kick out to Lyles. And Trey looked like he was going to jam it, but he held it up.
And Wilson Chandler and Dinwiddie, one guy could essentially guard both players, but just slow to get out there on that 3 ball.
And DeRozan misses the floater. Yeah, sorry, but without LaMarcus Aldridge and Jakob Poeltl, 2 main bigs, you just have very little defense against Jordan and that.
But he throws the ball cross court for a wide open 3 ball.
Camaro's developing into a pretty good bench player. as fourth-year player from France.
Gone tonight. You have a stellar defensive play, and the ball pops right back into the hands of the Nets.
DeRozan going for the dunk, draws the foul.
DeAndre Jordan out of a low block. That doesn't happen very often.
DeRozan spots Lonnie Walker for two. 1-point explosion against Boston. And LeVert now tonight with 25, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, as another three is good. Dozen points in 18 minutes.
Yeah.
DeRozan swings it up and in off the glass.
Just managed to sneak that ball past DeAndre Jordan.